Okay, now we're working on word problems and we have to find independent and dependent variables, right? Okay, let's read the problem. You want me to read it or you want to read it? Okay, Hector Services is raising money by wrapping presents in the mall. The function f of x equals 3x describes the amount of money in dollars the club would earn for wrapping x presents. They only have enough wrapping paper to wrap 1,000 presents. And then the question is describe the dependent variable for this problem. So which one is dependent? What depends on what is the question?
Wrapping paper for presents.
Okay, the dependent is the money, right?
Yeah.
The money you get depends on how many presents you wrap, right?
Yeah.
So the dependent will be the money, the amount earned, correct?
Yes.
So let's write that down. So the money earned is the dependent. It's going to be on number 4.
We're on 3.
Oh, here, you're here.
We're here.
No, we're not doing that. We're here. This is the problem we read.
I was asking for this one.
Okay, well, let's finish this one. Okay, all right. Now the next question is describe the domain and the range for this problem using appropriate notation, right?
Yes.
So what's the domain? The domain is, in this case, will be
Money.
no. The domain will not be the money. The domain will be the maximum number of presents
Okay.
you can wrap, right?
Yeah.
And the domain will be between 0 and
1,000.
1,000. So let's write that down. Good job. And then the range will be between, again, 0 and 1,000 times 3, right?
3,000.
Okay, 3,000. So let's write that down. And that's it for this question. You get it?
Mm.
Now we're still working with word problems that have to do with functions that have independent and dependent variables, correct?
Yeah.
In this case, we are talking about geometry. And now we have, the problem says the surface area of a cube can be found using the following formula. A equals 6s squared, where A represents the surface area of the cube and S stands for the length of one edge. Now your geometry teacher wants you to draw a cube that has a length of at least 5 inches, correct?
Yeah.
And then the question is, describe the independent variable for this problem. Okay, so now we have the function. This is the function. A stands for the surface area. And then 6x squared is the actual given function there, right? Now S stands for one of the edges, okay? So in this case, S will be your dependent and independent variable, and it's going to be called the length of one of the edge, correct? You get it?
Yeah.
Because this is S is the length of one of the edges. So S will be your independent variable because that changes, right? That's going to change. So S is going to be the independent. ID, we call it ID. And then now the next question is find the domain of this function. Now we have a little problem here. They're telling us that this cube has a length of at least 5 inches. At least 5 inches is 5 inches or more, right? We don't have a limit there, but we know that it's at least 5 inches. So that means our domain will be between 5 and infinity. You got it?
Yeah.
Good. And now to find the range, we're going to do the same thing. We're going to start at 5 inches. We're going to plug it in here, correct? So the range will be 6 times, will be, let's find 6. Let me put it down here somewhere. If you do 6 times 5 squared, that's 6 times 25. What's 6 times 25? That would be 6 times 5 is 30. 6 times 2 is 150, right?
Sure.
Double check it.
Yeah.
So it's going to be, the range will be between 150 and what? Infinity. Does that make sense? You get it?
Yeah.
All right. That's it.